Today is Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. I call this village board meeting to order. For the clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Frankie?
Here.
Trustee Listener?
Here.
Trustee Miller?
Here.
Trustee Prochnow?
Here.
Trustee Schmidt?
Here.
We do have a quorum since we still have an opening with the retirement of Trustee Feichter. Further on that will probably take place in April, so please be patient on that. Next, we move on to Pledge Allegiance and the invocation. And tonight we have Pastor Petuznik from the Christus Victor Lutheran Church. Everyone please rise. Pastor, please.
Lord God, we pray for this village board meeting that you open our hearts for the tasks that lay before us. Give us guidance and wisdom so that we can serve you and all the people of Elk Grove Village. We pray, open unto me light for my darkness. Open unto me courage for my fear. Open unto me hope for my despair. Open unto me peace for my turmoil. Open unto me joy for my sorrow. Open unto me strength for my weakness. Open unto me wisdom for my confusion. Open unto me forgiveness for my sins. Open unto me tenderness for my toughness. Open unto me love for my hates. Open unto me thyself for myself. Lord God, open unto me. We pray that you give all of us a spirit of civility and kindness when we discuss our topics tonight. Guide our decision process and help us to be welcoming to all people in our community. Help all of us to work towards a beloved community where poverty, hunger, and homelessness will not be tolerated. A vision that late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had for all civic communities in America. Give patience and wisdom to Mayor Craig Johnson and all village trustees as they conduct this meeting. In the name of God, the Creator, we pray. Amen.
Amen. The flag's to my right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Folks, please be seated. Hang on a second, Pastor. Did anybody see that tape? They had a governmental meeting, and they asked one of the members to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and the person had no clue. Absolutely had no clue. That was on that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. But yeah, it was on TV and stuff. So.
Oh, my God.
I'm not saying that Trustee Miller doesn't have any clue. That's why I always do it. She does know it. Esther? No. More importantly, I want to thank your wife. We had a dinner for volunteers last week. And
She asked me, can I go? And I said, you want to go? Sure. The mayor will like you. You go.
he was under the weather, so he had his wife come
Yeah.
and did a phenomenal job.
You're too kind.
So these are for her.
Oh, I will give her. Thank you. God bless you. Have a
Thank
good
you,
meeting.
Pastor. Thank you very much. Okay. I wanted to mention now, yeah, so last Thursday we had our volunteer dinner. That's people that serve on Plan Commission, Zoning Board, Parade Committee, all the ones that help the community. We want to thank them for the time because it's a free spot. They volunteer their time. So we do it, and say Pastor was on the way a little bit, so his wife came, and she did a nice job. She did a very good, and she had a ad lib because the microphone was too coiled up around the post, so she had to do it without a microphone, but she did a good job. So that went well. Okay, we move on now to approval of minutes of February 28th, 2023.
I move approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting held on February 28th, 2023, as submitted, and dispense with the reading.
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Listener, a second by trustee Frankie, so I guess we got the new system all working
We'll
out.
screw it up
Until May, when it changes again, so we'll get to that, so. Okay, move on to Mayor and Board of Trustees report. We've got a special presentation tonight we'll do in a couple minutes, but just a couple quick things. We did have more meetings. Darn it.
What?
I got some preliminary drawings I was gonna show you tonight. If you wanna come up afterwards, you can look at them real quick. Met with Wingspan, who's doing the development at Argentines Road and Higgins, and it looks like by the middle to probably close to the end of April, we'll have our next public meeting where we'll show the renderings of pretty much what it's going to look like. Want people's feedback again on looking at it, any ideas, stuff like that. And yes, the bike bridge, pedestrian bridge across Arlington Road to the woods is definitely part of it. So that's definitely coming. So it's moving along and, right, middle to end of April? So we'll probably announce the meeting, next board meeting? Well, if we do the first meeting in April, only get maybe 4 or 5 days, so. We'll see if we can. We'll see if we can on the 20th of March. Because I know a lot of people are asking about it. We want to get that out so everyone can see it and what's happening. By the way, the Herald, I know there's nobody on tonight here, sometimes we butt heads a little bit, but they've really been very nice, speaking very nice about Elk Grove over the past while. And just a little another, in their editorial from a Sunday, March 5th editorial, they go right here, Elk Grove Village with a thriving business park, exciting plans for new development to transform the village's oldest shopping center on the northern edge of town. That's the one we just talked about. And another splashy marketing move, sponsoring this summer's NASCAR race car in Chicago. Elk Grove Village has a lot of momentum. It's a kind of leadership that has allowed the village to give residents $400 in credits to the water bills and residents a $200 gift card. Elk Grove Village has a lot going for it. So we don't disagree with the Herald. 100%. Not always, but this time, definitely 100%. We agree. We thank them for the very kind words, and especially in a Sunday paper, which is usually their biggest read paper of the week. We're hearing a little negative. Colby, you probably know it. There might be a little issue with concrete coming up this summer. We had that problem last year during our Big Arlington Heights Road project and others. So stay tuned. I hope it gets resolved quickly, but we're hearing there could be a shortage of cement coming up, and hopefully it doesn't affect us too much on our projects coming up this year. A couple building updates though. Microsoft just submitted their second application, building permits for the second building over at the Tech Park. So I think it was just turned in, right? Turned in? So that's moving along. We're excited about it, and that's doing well. Also, we had a Equinox, who's a data center company, who took over is taking over Stern's old pinball location. Remember, Stern's moving over to Landmeyer and Bussey, and their old location, Equinox is looking to expand their existing data center complex by almost 200,000 more square feet. So that's moving along very well. So we got a lot of construction coming. We just saw tonight one on Morris, about a $6 million project. Another one over on Devon, a $100 million project. I mean, Elk Grove's place to be. I can't wait to see the numbers on vacancy at the end of March. It just keeps going along. Also, real quick, want to remind people, we do have elections coming up. I know Jen's going to talk about early voting starting next Monday. Please, these are local elections. School board election this year is real big. All the ones, real big. And you got village election, it is contested. So trustees aren't running unopposed, it is contested. So we got elections come up, stay involved, stay on top of that. One last thing before our special presentation tonight. Believe it or not, Elk Grove High School has a hockey team. A lot of people don't realize that. Now, it's in partnership with Prospect High School and Rolling Meadows High School. Palatine used to be part of it. They don't this year, so that's why they call it prep. They're actually playing for the state championship this Sunday at United Center at 1 p.m. So we have a high school team from Elk Grove going for the state championship. And that we're extremely excited about. So keep your eyes open, watch for that. Should be coming up. Now, with that complete, tonight is a bittersweet night. Police Chief Walsh, you want to come down here, my friend? You know, I'm getting real old.
You need your glasses too?
They thought they made it big enough. I need big print. I need print that size like when President Biden was at Microsoft, the giant print he had to read from. That's what I need. So, okay. Presenting, hey man, right set up. This to Chuck. Let me read what it says here. Whereas Charles Walsh was hired on April 15th, 1991, that's actually before my time on the board, not many things like that happen, as a patrol officer, rose through the ranks of Elk Grove Village Police Department, and whereas in May of 2002, he was promoted to the position of sergeant, promoted commander in May of 2007, promoted deputy chief 2011, and ultimately appointed to police chief on November 30th, 2016. And whereas during his 32-year career working entirely in law enforcement with this village, Chief Charles Walsh has been dedicated public servant serving the residents and business of Elk Grove Village at nearly every level of department, including its highest rank, with a community-focused approach to policing. And whereas Charles Walsh is credited with several innovations and accomplishments, including the development of Elk Grove Village Cares, which is to divert substance abusers from criminal justice approach into a funded medical treatment program that addresses chronic addictions. Left the C out of there. Addictions. Help create a program at Northwest Compass, SAFE, to assist homeless individuals in northwest suburbs, providing shelter and services to help people when they need it the most. Establish an adjudication program for local violations instead of using the overburdened county court system. That's when we do adjudications right here in town. Oversaw a period of labor and management collaboration, successfully negotiating 2 collective bargaining agreements by working closely and transparently with union representatives. Implemented the police and car video system, and administered the department-wide rollout of body-worn cameras for police officers and public service officers. Whereas Chuck Walsh led the Elk Grove Village Police Department, made up of 90 sworn police officers, 30 civilian employees, while maintaining status as a fully accredited agency by the Commission on Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies, CALEA, which is considered the gold standard in public safety. And whereas Chuck Walsh has always demonstrated a strong commitment to his profession and professional development of those around him, serving on the boards of the FBI National Academy Alumni Association, the North Suburban Narcotics Task Force, the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy, North Suburban Chiefs Association, Greater Cook County Captains Associations, Northwest Central Dispatch Center Technical Advisors Committee, Elk Grove Village Police Pension Board, Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 35, Elk Grove Village VFW Post 9284. And whereas Chuck Walsh attended Chicago Police Academy, Northwestern University Traffic Institute School of Police Staff and Command, police executive role in the 21st century in Western Illinois University, the Senior Executive Institute, Weldon Cooper Center for Public Service at the University of Virginia, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation National Academy at Quantico, Virginia, session number 250. And whereas efforts of Chuck Walsh and those of his officers under his supervision led the village distinction by researchers at backgroundchecks.org as one of the Illinois' safest communities in 2019. And whereas prior to his career in Elk Grove Village, Chuck Walsh proudly served in the United States Air Force, was honorably discharged as sergeant after serving stateside in Texas, Montana, an overseas tour of duty in Korea, and worked as law enforcement policy assessor with Commission Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies, CALEA again. And whereas Chuck Walsh has provided decades, wow, getting tired, provided decades of public service safety to the community, raising his children Kelly, Charlie, and Mary Kay in the back, along with his wife Chris, in Elk Grove Village. And whereas Elk Grove Village will forever be grateful for his service to the village board, employees, residents, and the business committee. Now therefore I, Mayor Craig B. Johnson, and the entire Board of Trustees in the Village of Elk Grove Village and the County of Duke and Page in Illinois, on behalf of the grateful community, do hereby designate Charles Walsh Retirement Day on Friday, March 17th, 2023 as Charles Walsh Day, and officially commend him on his retirement after 32 years of exemplary service and dedication to the Elk Grove Village community. Chuck?
Thank you very much. It has been truly an honor and a privilege to serve this community for the past 3 decades. I would like to take a few moments and offer some words of appreciation. To the Fire and Police Commissioners, Bill Churkey, Mike Contact, Steve Schulten, and the past commissioners, Doc and Gail. Those volunteered hours that you put in to select the best men and women of the Elk Grove Village Fire and Police Department are truly appreciated. Mayor Johnson, I'd like to thank you personally for having faith in me, selecting me as your chief of police. We have accomplished much in the last few years. We've went through the nationwide defund police protests, the COVID. We've had presidential visits, and I'll say too, if you remember, he was going to show up. We did all the planning. He didn't show up. A week later, he's showing up and a totally different crew. We had to plan again with them. I want to thank you for the summer concerts, the technology updates like the body-worn camera that you got for the officers a year ahead, and I've always appreciated all the board and you for backing the blue. To our village trustees, Trustee Miller, thank you for your numerous work with the Park District, your youth events, the Information Committee, and your business ambassador visits. It's truly appreciated by the members of the Police Department. Trustee Frankie, thank you for your work on the summer splash parties with the youth, our Oktoberfest, even though when we were going to cancel some stuff because of the weather, you can blame the fire chief for that. I thought the weather was going to be good. And of course, your work on the youth committee. Thank you so much for that. Trustee Feichter obviously is no longer here with us, but I want to thank him for the passionate recycling committee reports that he's done throughout the years, and of course his friendship with the Bulgarian city of Pernik. Trustee Listener, thank you for support of the DARE program. I could always count on you for being there. The kids appreciated seeing that it wasn't just a police program, it was a village that was showing interest in them. And of course your support of the Neighborhood Watch program and your timely Channel 6 reports. Trustee Prochnow, thank you for your work on behalf of the seniors. Working with our mental health community, with our social workers, and of course your assistance with the CERT program and your ever-ending support for our local VFW. Trustee Schmidt, you'll always be chief to me. I want you to know I appreciate your mentorship, the way that you institutionalized CALEA in our department. It made my job as a chief much easier, and it set a high standard. I hope that I've lived up to your expectations. To the village manager, Matt Roan. It's been an absolute privilege to work with you and witness the care and compassion you have for staff and the residents of our village. On a daily basis, I'm impressed, and I cannot wait to see some of your future endeavors. Attorney George Knickerbocker. Well, let me thank you personally for your multitasking abilities. A lot of people don't realize this, but George is our court prosecutor for traffic court and ordinance court. He creates most of the ordinances that we have. He trains all our new officers on how to testify. George is such a professional. We've had a lot of newer officers that have come over in the last several years. And George, before he has court in the morning, he always looks at their pictures so he knows their name and who they are, and that's highly appreciated. A lot of people don't know you take that time to do that. But more importantly, George, I wish to thank you for convincing the mayor that bigger events are not always better, and fireworks aren't required at every event. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Deputy Village Manager Maggie Jablonski, Assistant Village Manager Caroline Gagia, and I'm sure Ray Rummel's probably sitting at home watching on Elk Grove TV. I want to thank you all for your support and leadership and what you do for our residents on a daily basis. To our department heads, Jared in Community Development, Christine in Finance, Colby in Public Works, Rich in the Fire Department, our HR Department. We have numerous other inspirational leaders that work in our village every day, and I think that I've had the opportunity to know you. I also want to thank the retired members of the police department and those currently serving as police officers, sergeants, commanders, Deputy Chiefs Burke and Torres. I also want to thank the people that you normally don't see, our records section, the social services, and all those people that work behind the scenes. I am grateful for having the support of my family. My wife, Chris, put her career aside to raise our children and support my career, and the needs of the department and the village sometimes took priority over that. I can never express with adequate words how much you mean to me. I love you. To my kids, Charlie, Kelly, Mary Kate, it's not easy to be a cop's kid or have a dad that's a police chief. So I want to thank you for honoring your mother and me with your good choices and being responsible citizens. I'm so proud of each of you, and I look forward to spending more time with each of you. Yes, Mary Kate, Dad's back. And Joey, I want to welcome you to my family as you get engaged to Kelly. And finally, I want to thank our community for supporting the women and men of Elk Grove Village Police Department. It means more than you know. A lot of times you'll see stuff on the press about police departments that have done the wrong thing, and that's the thing that leads the news. But it is really a wonderful thing when we see comments on our Facebook page about what we do right. Tom, as a member of the press, you and I have had numerous emails and conversations, and I want to thank you for reporting fairly and accurately about things that go on in the village. Thank you very much. So finally, it's been my privilege and honor to serve you all. And for those of you that follow the police department with the 10 codes, Chief Walsh is 1042. God bless.
This is bad when I kind of go off script. One thing I need to stress with Chuck as a chief. When Chuck came out as chief, I can't believe it's 6 years ago already. Well, his first job was always training your replacement. I tell all the department. But his main first job was what happened during a summer concert. I'll tell again real quick. We were at a summer concert one night. Had someone assisting with me. No more detail than that. And the officer said to me, he goes, "Maybe you recognize that man? Or that young man?" And I'm standing there looking. The guy is as close as Caroline is to me. Even then, I still didn't recognize. And then when he got almost on top of me, I recognized him. I said, "Is that?" He goes, "Yes, it is." I said, "What the hell happened to him?" He goes, "That's what's called opioids." I said, "What?" "He's on heroin. He's addicted." I couldn't believe it. This kid was one of my wrestlers. He was a stud. Family beyond belief, quality and all this. And the kid, because first he got an injury, got on normal pain pills, all that, and during college, got hooked on heroin. So I told Chuck when he came in, I said, "We're going to find a way to solve this problem." And I said, "Take your time, but we've got a program that's got to do it." So Chuck and his team worked for over a year. And this coming June will be the 5th anniversary. And we roll out, 5 years ago, the Elk Grove Cares program. And people say, "What are you most proud of as mayor?" The clock tower, the bricks, the new buildings, whatever. I said, the Cares program. Till the day I die, the most proud thing I am of this village is being mayor and working with this fine board is rolling out the Elk Grove Cares program. Because we are now attacking the disease of addiction. And the program they rolled out to me, I stand in front bowing. They're the ones that did the work putting it together. As the U.S. Department of Justice said, our program is revolutionary. Say it again, revolutionary. Former Deputy Chief Gaspari went down to Texas, went to Alabama. He talks around the country about this program. Matter of fact, he talks so much, we were at a coffee right up there a couple years ago, and a woman said she just came back from New York, was talking to a police officer. The officer knew Elk Grove. Why? Because he saw Officer Gaspari in Texas talking about the CARES program. And New York City, 7 million people, their program is modeled after the Elk Grove CARES program. We're going to solve this disease of addiction. And it all started, we're going to be the spearhead. I know it. I believe it deep in my heart. We're going to be the spearhead of a program that this gentleman next to me helped put together and spearhead to bring to me so we can bring it to the public. That's something we should be proud of, and I'll never forget you for it, Chuck. You help lead that, you got it going, and every day when we get the numbers, we see the people still being helped. We know about the lady down in Florida, a young girl that's clean, living down their new life, or the woman that was drunk for 45 years. She said that, "I was drunk for 45 years," who's now been clean for almost 4 years. That's because of our program. That's making a difference in lives every single day. And you, Chuck, can always know that you were the spearhead of it. You took it, you ran with it, and I say God bless you for it. We'll never forget you for it, and the world's better for it. So thank you on that. So when we see our celebration coming up, you're the key part of it. And don't ever forget that.
Appreciate that.
You did a great job on it, and many other things. So I want to thank you again for everything. Come on down, whole family, come on down. Come on, everyone, come on down. Right now, there's 2.3 billion people watching, so come on down. They're all here. Now, who's going to be carrying the chocolates? Chuck, give him his hat.
There you go.
Hang on, come here, just hang on. I'll pick it up. No. Chuck told me that the missus loves these candies. You're not gonna forget.
We'll use them for wedding favors.
Hang on. Take your hat off, come on, son. Take your hat off. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Enjoy. Can't go away the basket. Enjoy. Don't worry. Okay, now. And one for Chuck. People don't realize it's these folks here that make the difference for him. It's the family that's sitting at home that have to stay at home, have to get things done, have to go do shows, go to family events, while he's doing the job he loves. They're the ones that put up with the hard part. So I wanted to thank all of you, even the new one, all of you for it. And because of your sacrifice, we're able to have Chuck as our chief for these years and as a police officer all these years. So we want to thank you too. You notice all the green. Chuck Walsh is about as Irish as they come, you know, and that's why your day, St. Patrick's Day, what a perfect marriage. Whose birthday's? Her birthday. I said, Dad, I'm 1/4 Irish. My mom was half Irish. That's right. I didn't think of you today. Trust me, like a Marine loves being born on the 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
Or is that? An Irish man or woman loves being born on St. Patrick's Day. So it's like the same thing. So first off, we want to thank you, everything. We appreciate it. I know Chuck's going to be around a lot more now. Chuck already told me, don't worry, he'll see me at concerts, watching them instead of working them. He'll give me ideas of bands. We want to thank you for coming here today. Thank you for letting your dad, your husband, your future father-in-law be part of Elk Grove. We want to thank you for everything. So on behalf of the community, we thank you all. And Chuck,
Thank you, Mayor. It's been a pleasure.
thank you very much. Don't spill.
Make sure you share with the audience.
Okay. Now, Chuck, I checked on the way over. Dairy Queen's not open yet. So since Dairy Queen's not open yet, he owes you dinner at Ruth Chris Steakhouse. So I could have been Dairy Queen, but since it's not open, he owes the family dinner at Ruth Chris. Let the mayor know if he does it or not. If he doesn't do it, he still lives in our town. So we can still take care of it. Thank you again. Okay, we move on now to other trustees' report. How was that, Trustee Frankie?
It was a good report, but for a sad reason, so.
Yes, it was. Okay, thank you. Trustee Miller.
Thank you. I was able to attend an open house at the Sheila Ray Senior Center on March 1st. And I have to tell you, the energy over there was amazing. There's so many great programs. It was an open house for the residents that don't know that there is a wonderful place for seniors to go to have fun, to feel like a family over there. The programs are great. The ambassadors sang, and they did a great job. So I just wanted to tell the residents that if you are looking for a place for someone that is a senior and that wants to have a program, whether it's cards, whether it's crocheting, whether it's whatever they want to do, they have so much going on over there. And if they can sing, the ambassadors would love to have them. And Helen, I know you do a great job with current events, so the open house was wonderful. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Schmidt.
Yes, I also attended the Sheila Ray Center open house and was listening to the ambassador. It was a great time, and it was very nice. Also, I attended the, I got my notes here, hold on here. The volunteer dinner, it was very nice. The mayor already talked about that. And today, my wife and I spent the day at the high school. We met with 3 classes of students in the Italian program, and we taught them about our student exchange program through Sister Cities, and we hope to start that up next school year. So we're going to be following up with students and parents in the near future. And on a personal note, I'd just like to thank Chuck. Wish you the best of luck. I can talk about some of the things you've done, but the proclamation said everything. The mayor did an excellent job with that. And I just want to say good luck in retirement, because one thing you won't have is much stress. We know what the job, how much stress there is in the job. But don't think for me you're going to relax, because since my retirement, I've been busier than ever, but doing things that I really enjoy, and you find the things that you enjoy, okay? So thank you for being a good deputy chief for me. Thanks for being a good chief, and good luck. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Trustee Listener.
Thank you, Mayor. I also attended a volunteer dinner, and you did a fine job emceeing that. But I wanted to mention a report that comes out from the village every year. It's called the Compendium Report. It's on our website. It's out there now for years 2016 through 2021. I'm not sure when 2022 will be out there, but relatively soon. It's a rather thick book, and you can read up on Chief Walsh. There's a big section on the police, and on the Elk Grove Cares, a small section. And of course, on all our other departments do a marvelous job through the year. You could see all the things they do during the year. You get bits of it at our meeting, but it's a lot more than we could ever cover totally. So I encourage everyone to take a look at it, and I'm sure Trustee Miller will be reporting on this further at subsequent meetings, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Lister. We'll go on to Trustee Prochnow.
Oh, thank you. Just a reminder, winter is not over yet. This will be my last time, hopefully, speaking about this, but keep your eyes to the sky, and when it starts snowing, please be a good neighbor and shovel your driveways and sidewalks so we can have safe pedestrian walking and pet walking and just walking in general, and people using the sidewalks. And a reminder that we have the farmers market. The Winters Farmers Market is still going on every other Saturday. We have a market coming up this Saturday, March 18th, at the Christus Victor Church from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. They have an assortment of foods, drinks, crafts, produce, jewelry, to name a few. So stop on over and support the farmers market, again, this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., this Saturday, March 18th. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Just brought to my attention, after the board meeting, we need to go upstairs, continue executive session. Please understand. Thank you. Trustee Jeffrey Charles Frankie.
I'll let you skip me for a bit. I'm not going to give a report.
I was saving the best for last.
Yeah, well,
So
I
thank you,
got,
Trustee Proctor, you gave us the last one, that's the best.
just wait for the recycling report.
Okay, move on to accounts payable warrant. First, we have February 28th, 2023. That's Police Chief Walsh, last paycheck.
I move approval of the February 28, 2023 accounts payable warrant in the amount of $3,008,244.05.
We have a motion by Trustee Lister. Do we have a second? Second. By Trustee Miller. And it is, that 5 cents at the very end, Chief Walsh. That's your portion. I'm sorry, I didn't want to give you the wrong impression. You get, no, joking. Okay, Jen, can you call the roll?
Sure. Trustee Listener?
Aye.
Trustee Miller? Aye. Trustee Prochnow?
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt?
Aye.
Trustee Frankie?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Accounts payable warrant, March 14th, 2023.
I move approval of the March 14, 2023 accounts payable warrant in the amount of $317,560.30.
Second?
We have a motion by Trustee Lister, a second by Trustee Miller. And without objection, record the votes, please demonstrate it. 5-0. Tonight, we have consent agenda items A through K, but we will remove item J.
Your addendum.
Yeah, there's
I didn't get it, didn't I never got it in my packet. Oh. Let me look at it because I got a vote on it, or let me look real quick. Post contract, cancel water tower.
That's the one where you give me the raise, that's why I
Raise
didn't
Village Mayor special events. Oh, farmers market. That's why I didn't see the farmers market agreement tonight.
Yep.
That's why I didn't.
We had talked about before you.
No, I know. I didn't get it. So, okay, A through N, and we remove item J.
Please remove item J.
Okay,
So moved.
thank you. A motion by Trustee Frankie, second.
Second.
Second by Trustee Miller. Any questions from staff, elected officials, anybody in the audience on the consent agenda? Seeing none, hearing none, we record the votes, please demonstrate it. It's 5-0. Next, we move on now to Regular board meeting, I believe we have no items. Plan Commission, Zoning Board of Appeals, Mr. Rowan?
No reports tonight under either Plan Commission or Zoning Board of Appeals.
And Recycling Waste Committee, first time his name showing up in bold print, Trustee Frankie.
For those of you who would like to take a break, go ahead for a half hour. We're coming up with a lot of new things happening this spring. Well, just coming up for their time. So the first thing is going to be a special leaf collection, just like we do in the fall, the week of April 3rd. If you have leaves that didn't fall before the program stopped, you can get them and put them out in the street. You do it on Monday, April 3rd, and we'll be by during the week to come get it. So please don't park in the street or over the leaves until they're picked up. But it's just 1 week, so no branches in that pickup. And then, getting to the branches, we will have a small branch pickup. Where the heck is that? Yeah. Well, anyways, the yard waste will be start picking up on April 1st. Those are the bags with the stickers, and if you're cutting your grass, which I doubt it will happen by that time, but that's when Waste Management will start picking up the recycling bags or in a container, as long as you have the stickers, which you can buy at the Village Hall or at Jewel or at Ace Hardware. So don't forget to buy those. They will not pick up the recycling if or the grass if you do not have a sticker. And then the other part is we have the motor oil pickup is coming on May 6th. Now, it's not the electronic and the paper, that'll be in June, but on May 6th at the James Paul Petrie Public Works Facility, we have it every year from 9 to 12. On May 6th, you can bring motor oil, antifreeze, paint. You can check the village website to see if it's something that we take, but we do this yearly. And also the holiday lights, which was very important before. We're taking those until April 3rd, so if you have old lights, if you have the old lights or Christmas lights, any of that you want to get rid of, you can bring them in here to the Village Hall, to the Community Development Department, and they'll take them from you and they'll recycle it. That is until April 30th. In the large branch pickup, we're doing one section, the east side of town from April 17th to the 21st, and the west side of town from April 24th to the 28th. These are large branches. You can always take small branches and twine them together and put them out during your regular pickup during the summer, and you won't be charged for it. But on the large branches, they're like 3 to 8 inch diameter, measured around. We just ask that you put the cut end towards the street, and we'll be by during those weeks. All this information that I've given you is in the newsletter. Please, everybody, I know everybody gets the newsletter, but nobody reads them. And then they always ask the questions. All this information and much more is in our newsletter, so please save it. And all this information is right there at your fingertips. So we have a lot of programs for everybody, and I think if they read it and see it, they'll know that it's available to them. And that's it on the recycling.
Thank you, Trustee Frankie. Judiciary Planning Zoning Committee, Trustee Prochnow.
No report.
Capital Improvements Committee, Trustee Schmidt.
Yes, there's going to be residential street resurfacing that's going to start in May. There's going to be roughly 6.3 miles of residential roadways. And as Trustee Frankie said, in the upcoming issue of the Villager, there'll be information on what streets are going to be resurfaced. So please read that and you would see the streets there. Also, the streets that were done last year are going to have a preservative sealant known as Reclamate added to their streets, and that's going to be done this summer. And if you're interested in knowing what those streets are, you can look in the March 2022 issue of the Villager, or you can look on the Village website what those streets are. And also, please read the Villager, because there's other projects that are ongoing in our business park and in other areas of the village, including sidewalk repairs. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Schmidt. Cable Television Committee, Trustee Listener.
No report.
Youth Committee, Trustee Frankie.
Just to remind everybody about the $1,000 scholarships through the Youth Committee. please get your applications into the village. You can pick them up at your high school or off the village website. We already have a submission, which is very rare. Usually everybody waits till last week. So you have until May 5th to get them into us, $7,000, $1,000 each. So get your applications in. That's it.
Thank you. Information Committee, Trustee Miller.
Thank you. First of all, Colby, are you still looking for summer help? I knew that, actually. That's why I wanted to prompt you. But please, if you are looking for some summer employment, please look at our website or contact Public Works, and we hope that you will be happy to have some summer hard work. And also, yes?
He's offering me a job.
Oh, there you go. You'd have your new first part-time job. That would be awesome. Yes, please, if you're looking for some summer help, please contact Public Works or look on our website or contact the village. Many times we talk about what to look for accurate and relevant information. We have so many platforms in which to find factual information, and I'm going to read you a list of all of the platforms that we have. We have the Elk Grove website, which has everything. We have the Elk Grove Village Biz Hub website, the makerswanted.org website. We have the Villager newsletter that everybody's talking about tonight. We have the Resident e-newsletter. We provide the residents the ability to sign up for e-notifications from our website to receive upcoming information about construction updates or important village news or upcoming meetings. We have 9 social media platforms, including the Village Facebook page, the Police Department Facebook page, the Elk Grove TV Facebook page, the Fire Department Facebook page, the Elk Grove TV Twitter, Business Park Twitter, Police Department Twitter, Village Instagram, and Village Nextdoor. Nextdoor is a networking platform for local communities and neighborhoods, which allows the neighbors to connect with those in the surrounding area. We also have a presence on Snapchat. We have electronic village message boards. We have a podcast called Strictly Business. And last but not least, we have Channel 6 television. So please, there's your factual information platforms. We ask you, if you don't have the information, call the village and we will get you the information for factual news that is happening in the village. Just something coming up in May, the VFW Post 9284 will be having their annual Poppy Day. I think that's the last weekend in May, Saturday, May 27th, and we will be reminding you of that in the future. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Miller. Business Leaders Forum, Trustee Schmidt.
No report.
Health and Community Services, Trustee Prochnow.
Yes, as a reminder, our next blood drive is Saturday, April 8th at Village Hall. You can call Village Hall to register, or you can just walk in. Saturday, April 8th, please contribute blood if you can. There's always a desperate need, and blood saves lives. Thank you.
Okay, Personnel Committee, Trustee Jeffrey Charles Frankie.
No report.
There's no airport updates, still working on a Flight Quiet program, I'll have more information on that soon. Parade Committee's next meeting is Monday, April 3rd. Midsummer Concert Classic Series, you gotta do better than old Mr. Storino did.
How'd he do?
Not too good, but he was close. He got it right there. We have Paul McCartney coming. He was right about getting Bono. He was wrong about Stevie Nicks, but he was right about getting the Rolling Stones. So he was really close. But because he's wrong on Stevie Nicks, he said you'll pay for it to come. So just take a check.
Look forward to it, right.
And so we have. I'll just let you go in order, Mr. Knickerbocker.
We're hoping for KC and the Sunshine Band.
Third strike, so hopefully not.
Correct. The Spinners, I actually heard a song from the Spinners when I was in Florida.
Okay.
Didn't recognize it, of course, but I did hear it.
Okay.
Remind me of you, All American Rejects,
That's good. That's good. That's good.
the Oak Ridge or Oak Brook Boys. They're coming, they'll be number 4.
Number 4 is number 5.
I have trouble with this one.
I know, that's right. You better get it right.
Is it Ann Wilson for Heart?
Very good. Yes. Cares 5th anniversary. We're going to unveil some information, Mr. Rob, new expansion of our program that day. Who's going to be entertaining us that day? And it's kind of tied to an issue that affects some people with addiction. The band name?
I was thinking New Colony 6, but that has got nothing to do with addiction.
When we were younger, they said you didn't smoke marijuana, you smoked
Oh, the
grassroots.
grassroots, okay.
So
I
they'll be
kept the
okay.
grass part.
Yeah, that did. And during the auto show, Tony Ocean will be singing from 3 to 5 p.m. The auto show is going to take place in the side parking lot library. We're going to have 5 food trucks out there run on the street between Walgreens and the fire department. They'll be parked there. And then we have our concert from starting at 6 p.m. on the normal concert stage. So,
big day.
Yeah, we have a big day, enjoyable day, Sunday, June 4th. Looking forward to it. Plus our announcement how we're going to make the Elk Grove Cares Plan bigger and better. So, very good, Mr. Knickerbocker. Special events, the next one will be the Memorial Day celebration remembrance at the Pavilion, rain or shine, indoor, hot or cold. We're going to be in good shape. New Orleans Liquor Commission. Mr. Owen, anything from you?
No report.
Jen, you want to go through the hours coming up?
Yes, early voting will begin next Monday, March 20th through April 3rd at the Village Hall. The hours are Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5, and Sunday, 10 to 4. There will be a ballot box drop-off for those voting by mail.
Very good, and thank you again for hosting that. Means a lot. Let me check closely. Same thing happened with Mr. Storino. There's nothing on the village attorney. Must be a habit or tradition or whatever. New business items. Any board member have any new business items tonight before we go out to the public? If not, public comment time. Anybody wish to address the board this evening? Please come on down, sir. Just state your name and address for the public record. Ethan, how you doing, buddy? Come down and see me after the meeting. I got a gift for you.
I'm Ryan Bookler,
And I'm Ethan Buckler.
and where do we live?
291 Smurford Lane.
Okay. All right. So Mayor Johnson, Board of Trustees, Village Manager Roan, Director Polony, and your staff, Ethan and I can't thank you enough for everything that you have done for my family, for our family, to make Elk Grove Village the awesome place that it is. We appreciate the low taxes, fantastic village services, and the family-friendly events that form a sense of community. It is why, when people grow up in Elk Grove, including myself, we choose to stay and raise our own children here. So Ethan, what do you think about living in Elk Grove?
Good. I love it. I'm
Very good.
short.
Okay.
George.
So I appreciate the many decades that you have put in, whether it has been on the village board, the police department, Trustee Schmidt, or the work that you've done with the Park District, Trustee Miller. All of your efforts have made Elk Grove Village the place that it is today. However, there's a threat to this community. All of your hard work can be undone by School District 59 Superintendent Terry Bresnahan and the school board. Last year, the superintendent proposed a plan that would uproot staff and students from their home schools. The plan would take an existing kindergarten through 5th grade school and turn it into either a kindergarten through 2nd grade or 3rd through 5th grade school. So take Salt Creek, for example. So they were gonna make that like a K2 school, and then the kids that would normally go to Salt Creek for 3-5, they would have to go to Byrd or somewhere else. So if there are 2 siblings in a household, one in 2nd grade and the other in 4th grade, they would have to go to 2 separate elementary schools. There are many flaws with this plan, and I don't have time for all of them, so I'll just hit a few of them. So some kids that live across the street from a school, they would have to be bused across town. Parents would have to attend 2 parent-teacher conferences, 2 open houses, and other school events at separate schools. Additionally, the plan increased the number of students being bused, which is problematic given the bus driver shortage. The plan also called for the closure of Ridge School, the highest performing school in the district. When this drastic plan was proposed, my family and I considered moving out of Elk Grove Village. And I know many other families, especially the ones that attend Ridge, had planned on moving if it passed. Fortunately, the school board voted the plan down in December, but there are still some board members that want to bring it up again. If this plan were to ever pass, there would be an increase in the number of houses for sale. And when prospective buyers are looking and find out that people are leaving because of the schools, that is going to lower the home values. We cannot let this happen. That's why I'm voting for T.R. Johnson, Sarah Zach, and Lucas for District 59 School Board. They will protect our neighborhood schools and do what's best for kids. They will support and promote Ridge School, allowing other schools in the district to learn why it has been successful. They will work collaboratively with all stakeholders. And with the three of them having school-age children, they have a personal interest in making District 59 successful. Thank you for your time. Again, I encourage you to vote for T.R. Johnson, Sarah Zach, and Lucas. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else wish to address the board tonight? Helen, I see you in about 6 weeks. Yep, that's 6 weeks, so looking forward to it. Everything going good? Senior center good? Okay. Anybody else tonight wish to address the board? Okay, if not, I remember we have to go back to executive session. So I'm calling here at the meeting. Do I have to call for a vote? Can we get official? Yeah. Okay, can I have a motion to go to executive session?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Frankie, second by Miller. Jen, call the roll.
Trustee Prochnow?
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt?
Aye.
Trustee Frankie?
Aye.
Trustee Listener?
Yes.
Trustee Miller?
Aye.
Motion passes 5 to nothing. With nothing else, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Trustee Lister, second by Trustee Frankie. Jen, call the roll.
Trustee Frankie?
Aye.
Trustee Listener?
Aye.
Trustee Miller?
Aye.
Trustee Prochnow?
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt?
Aye.
Motion adjourned passes 5-0, folks. Have a good evening. See you in 2 weeks. Meeting adjourned.